Gary Nowicka, CEO at Juniva, is joining me in studio. Now, Juniva is an e-commerce platform right here in South Africa. Gary is going to weigh in on the state of e-commerce right here in our country. Hi, Gary.
Hi.
How are you?
Very good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for coming in today on such a wonderful hot day.
Thanks for inviting me.
Now, we want to talk to you about e-commerce in South Africa. Does it work?
Yeah, I think e-commerce does work in South Africa. I mean, I think we're coming off a background of relatively low internet penetration, relatively low internet speeds. But a lot of companies that have been set up almost for the future. They've been set up for when these facts start to correct themselves. And what we are seeing now is the growth of e-commerce in the country. So year on year, we're kind of expecting to see at least 30% growth. And I think just last year, some of the stats that we saw was about 4.2 billion rand in revenue through e-commerce.
Wow.
And now that we're starting to see those numbers, it's starting to make sense for e-commerce as an industry in the country.
So it really is the way forward when it comes to shopping, it seems, with those numbers.
Well, it's part of the way forward. I don't think that it's a one or the other between e-commerce or walking into a store. I think it's a combination of what's right for the customer at the time that they're looking to buy something. So it might be, I want to educate myself online, yet go in store. It might be, I want to buy online and I need that facility. Or it might be, I want to buy online and pick up in store. So I think that companies that are innovating in the space need to understand what it is that they are offering and what is the value that they're adding other than just a shop front with lots of products.
Now, before we get into it, I want to talk about your experience in the e-commerce space. How did you get to where you are now?
Yeah, so I've been in the industry for about 10 years now. Started off with Naspers, which is probably the best place to learn e-commerce in the country. I was with Kalahari for a period of time, and then also in the Naspers Accelerator, which was responsible for some of the fashion, the home and the baby verticals in the market.
Well, I know you've worked in both South Africa and the US. How does our state of e-commerce here in South Africa compare with, let's say, the US and other countries?
So obviously, while we're nowhere near where the US and Europe is now as online sales as a percentage of offline sales, I think that we are catching up. We're not anywhere near yet, but I think that as the market starts to evolve, we will start to see the same kind of innovation in this country that we are seeing in Europe and the US.